It's a nice day for a bike ride.
Please don't do that again.
You love it. Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Bike Ralph Squirrel. It's been a little while since I last recorded anything. So I'm out today, thought we'd do a bit of a recording. It's a nice day, not too much sun, so it's a bit of cloud, which is a bit better than the heat wave we've been in the last week or so for riding in. Yeah, so just thought we'd do a bit of an update, let you know what I've been getting up to over the last few months. Really, it's been a while. I think the last time I did a video was talking about me commuting to work, which I have been doing pretty much every day since I started this new job. Well, not every day, but an awful lot of the time last month, this month. Definitely all last week except for one day when a certain husband took my bike keys to work, which wasn't great, but never mind, such things happen. Yeah, so I've been out and about a lot. But yeah, I think people might notice from the last time I was filming a bit of a difference in me, in the sense that because I've been out so much on the bike, definitely improved my riding, definitely much better at all the things you need to do. That's not to say that I'm not getting it wrong sometimes, because I still am, but definitely a lot less panicked, definitely know what I'm doing with my gears a lot more, don't feel like I have to think about that quite so much. I have noticed I've been forgetting to turn my indicator off quite a bit recently, but I think that's it's just one thing gets better and something else doesn't, but that's about the only thing. So yeah, it's been fun. I really have enjoyed going out on my bike to work. Got a really secure place to leave it, so you know, that's all good, because don't really need it nicked. Definitely feel now that because I'm out on it every day, that I've not so much learned more, I just feel more natural and happier and comfortable riding. I don't have the same panics that I used to, just sort of get on with it. Even when I manage to stall it, you know, or get it into neutral instead of first when I'm coming up to something, I don't have the same level of panic anymore. I don't have the same, oh, must get it sorted quick. Just seem to know how to resolve it. Still, it's nice to be out in the summer riding, although there was one evening when it was torrential rain, and I did wonder whether I'd be riding home in torrential rain or not, but thankfully it stopped. That wasn't too bad. Some of you keen watchers may have noticed that Mr. Elf Squirrel is behind me.
Hello. No cameras for me today, though.
No, just me. He's been doing some recording himself. I'll put a link up on my next video. Where have you been, Chris? Scotland?
Yep. I've been on extended North Coast 500 route. So extended to include a bit of Skye and then coming down over the Cairngorms.
So yeah, if anybody's interested. And Chris went with our friends Ben and Mike. Pink car. Didn't see that pothole coming, and then looked in it.
Is that a pothole or a road?
It's a road hole. Oh my God, there was a road chasm yesterday that I drove past.
Road chasm.
So yeah, was it last week I went to do it? Or was it the week before? No, it was last week, not this week, last week. So last Thursday, I had a MOD1 booked to go and give a go at. So it was about 9 o'clock in the morning. It was booked for 9:30 or something.
There's an ambulance behind you.
Okay.
Just pull over.
Remembered my lifesaver and everything. Yeah, so I went and did my MOD1, which was an interesting experience. Had to drive all the way over to Leicester. So it was the first time I've used the sat-nav on my own. So I could hear the instructions in the helmet. Didn't have my screen on my phone, but I could hear what it was saying to me. And yeah, went all the way over to Leicester. Started okay. Did my manoeuvring in the boxes all right. Did my U-turn all right. And then I did my slalom all right. And then it came to the figure of 8. And I put my foot down. So, yeah, not great. And I didn't just tap the floor. I put my foot down. Took the weight of the bike. Instant fail. Dun, dun, dun. So, yeah. And the instructor asked me if I wanted to carry on or whether I wanted to just go. And I decided to carry on because that way I got to go on all the rest of it as well. Because might as well practice it while I'm there and work out exactly what it was that I needed to do. So yeah, that's what I did. But it wasn't on a big bike, it was on this bike. Kind of made a bit of a decision that I'm going to stick with my little 125 for the time being because I'm happy on it. And you know, what I really need to do is to just get rid of the L plates. And that was the other reason I did the MOD1, because I've had to do my CBT again. So I did my CBT 3 weeks ago, I think, 4 weeks ago, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, which was fine. It was interesting to go and do it 2 years down the line, being the person with experience this time. And I was on with 2 other people, and first one turned up. First one was there when I got there. Second one turned up late, so we'd already had a lot of the debriefing. What is this ambulance doing?
It's because the ambulance is going to the car that you've just passed on your right-hand side.
Right. I didn't notice that. I was looking at the ambulance, not the car. Anyway, yeah, so 2 people on the course with me. One missed the beginning. Both young men. Anyway, so get out, took my own bike, so I didn't have to ride theirs. First bit is you're going up and down, aren't you, practicing going in a straight line basically. Well, one of the young men, the one that was late, did one run forwards on a scooter. The trainer? No. What's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, trainer, instructor.
Yeah. Stopped him, had a word with him, don't know what about, didn't listen. And that was it. He left. That was his extent of his CBT. Straight on, Chris, towards Cranford.
Yeah, if you want. Anywhere you want, love.
Yeah, it's nice that way.
Well, the thing is, you've reached that stage now where you don't need me to be giving you any input or any suggestion as to what you should be doing or where you should be going. Just ride your own ride and I'll just follow you.
Cool. Woo, this one's a little tighter than I imagined. Made it. Anyway, so the first chap, off he popped. That was it, him done. And then the second one came along and he was on the bike, but he really, really struggled. He was using his feet as brakes, basically. Just didn't know what he was doing. He'd never been on a bike before. And he tried, bless him, but his feet were his brakes. So they swapped him over onto a scooter and yeah, he managed to do some of the manoeuvring, but his feet were brakes. He did not make it out onto the road. So basically, he then left. So it was just me and the CBT instructor. And so we went out for 2 hours on the road, which was all right. He took me on an experimental new route. He said, he tested me out on a new route that he needed because when he was inspected as a CBT instructor, They said, or a MOD1 instructor or whatever, they said he needed something else in his route to add into the mods, and so he took me on this experimental route all through the middle of Northampton, so that was fun. But yeah, needless to say, I passed that one, just failed that MOD1. Never mind. At least I know what to expect this time. It wasn't hard. I got up to speed all right. I didn't do enough shoulder checks because apparently I should have been doing more shoulder checks. That's fine. I just didn't. Yeah, never mind. Next time. I don't know where this goes. I'm taking it.
It's a nice little lane, actually.
Yeah, it's a nice little lane.
Just go around the back of Kettering.
Oh well.
But you've got another MOD1 booked, haven't you?
Yes. When is that? In a couple of weeks or so, isn't it? It's in July. We're not quite in July yet. So yes, I've got another MOD1 booked. Same place. So we'll go and give it another go. See how I get on. When you don't have any lessons attached to it and you got your own bike, it's ever so cheap. So I think, what was it, £15 or something?
It was £15.50 to do your test, and that is the principal reason that we've kind of decided that you'll do an A1 light motorcycle test.
Yes.
The reason for that is you don't need to hire anybody's bike, you don't need an instructor, you can turn up on your own bike and do it with your L plates on, and if you pass the test, you just get to take your L plates off, and you never have to do a CBT again.
Yeah. I will have to do another test, obviously, for a bigger bike in the future, but not right now. And I think well, honestly, it's financial. It's, £700-800 to do MOD1 and 2 on a big bike with a trainer. And to be honest, started a new job, moved house. We just don't have £700 or £800 knocking about for that at the moment. So we might as well do something slightly different for the time being and just enjoy being out. And I like my little bike. And the fact of the matter is, I'm doing more commuting than anything else on it. And because of that, I don't feel like I need to get a bigger bike. It's perfect for running around town in. It's perfect for doing a little bit of filtering, which I've been doing. Bit scary filtering for the first few times, but I've been managing it. So yeah, I like this bike. I'm used to it now. Happy riding it. It's fun. So yeah. But yeah, so I've been filtering as well. That's what else I've been doing. I've never done any filtering before, but when you're stuck in the middle of town and there's traffic on either side going nowhere and a great big gap up the middle, then that's where I've been going. I've not been doing it, being silly about it. I've been making sure I've got a really clear line of sight to do it, because I'm not quite happy enough doing it other than that. So that's what I've been doing, which is really fun, because when you're in rush hour traffic at 5 o'clock in the evening, you don't have to worry about it. It's good fun. It gets you home earlier. Oh yeah. But this is the first. Well, we went out the other night, didn't we, Chris? But we haven't been out together much at all recently.
No, I think we've both been on our bikes a lot, but not together.
Yeah.
So this is actually, I think, it was a little while. Well, it was a few nights ago, wasn't it? We were out, but very briefly, and then this is kind of the first time we've been out with you with the cameras on.
Yeah,
for a long time. I'd go straight on, I think.
I am going to. I just know this junction's a little bit. Can't always see what's coming.
The one observation I would make is that you have been quite reticent to do any practicing of things like U-turns and figure eights.
Well, I have been doing U-turns, just not figure of eights.
Yeah, I think a little bit of practice on your figure of eights before your next test would be ideal.
I know, it would be, and it will be, and I will do some. It's just I kind of don't want to psych myself out of it. That's what I tend to do. If I know I'm going to do it, I tend to psych myself out of it, and then I screw it up.
This is how your mentality works. I don't like doing that, and I've got a test coming up where I don't want to do it. So if I don't practice it, I won't mess it up on my practice, which won't make me feel bad for my test, and therefore I've got a better chance of not making a mess of it. This is the way you've rationalised it to yourself.
No, I did my figure of 8 fine when I was doing my MOD1. I just did it. I didn't even worry about it. And then as soon as I'm sat doing, not my MOD1, my CBT. When I did my CBT, I did my figure of 8 twice there. No issues, didn't put my feet down. Rev to buggery, but hey ho, that's the way of it. And it was fine. But there you go. Then went in that test centre. It was a great big car park, so I shouldn't have. It was bags of room. Yeah, it was the left. The left, I tell you. Can't do left. It just irritates me because I know I'm never going to need to bloody do figure of 8s.
I think you have to do, it's more than one, isn't it? You've got to do like 2, I think.
You have to do 2 full figure of 8s. Yeah.
So you only really need to do 2 perfect figure of 8s on your test, and that's it. You'll never need to do it again.
Well, I will do if I have to get a bigger bike test, so I'll have to do it again for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I realise that.
But it is it's an exceptional amount of money to do your mod 1 and 2 on a big bike now.
It is a lot of money. I don't know, you didn't pay anywhere near that, did you? Sure.
No, but then it was quite a number of years ago.
You're old.
I think it was probably still quite a lot of money for the time.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't cheap then, but it didn't seem to me that it was as expensive when I did mine as it is now when you're doing yours.
Everything's gone up in price, hasn't it?
And I think you maybe want to have a look, when it comes time, you might want to look for an instructor that will just do you what you need rather than, oh, you must have 4 full days or 3 full days or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure there's bound to be instructors out there that will go take you out a couple of evenings or something.
Yeah, well, that's what I need. I don't need to spend 3 days on the road.
No.
Learning the road.
No.
I really don't. I just need someone to tell me and to help me with the practicalities of passing. So making sure I'm positioned in the right place, making sure I'm doing the right checks, making sure.
But the thing is, once you've done your AM light motorcycle test, the big bike test is exactly the same.
Yeah.
But what you need is somebody you can borrow a big bike off of, who is a motorcycle instructor, who is insured for you to be under their tuition.
Yeah.
That's what you need, but it's an awful lot of money you're paying just to get like a 3 or 4 day direct access.
Yeah.
So I think any experience or all experience that you get between now and then is beneficial. And if you've already got an A1, if you've already got an AM or what is it? A1? I think it's an A1 license.
Oh, I have no idea.
No, A1 license, that's it, because AM is moped. But an A1 license is the light motorcycle, which is what you're riding now, 125. Yeah. If you get a full 125 license, then, happy days. And who was it pulled up behind you at a garage the other day and said, what size of bike is that?
I don't know, some young man.
Principally, I suppose, because there is no visual difference from the back between your bike and a CB 300R, because it's the same bike, except the 300's got a bigger engine in it.
Oh, this is lovely.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's quite warm for today.
It is warm. How's your head?
It's okay. The reason Ruth's asking is the last week I've done 3 full commutes to work, 3 days in succession, in very hot weather and full sun. And actually, my head's felt pretty mashed by the time I've got home. Because it's just been cooked to the point where I'm getting migraines and things.
Cooked brains.
Yeah.
It's not good. Especially as your lid is black as well.
I've got a matte black lid, so
it sucks up the sun.
It's not helpful.
No. Sorry, I've not been going very fast. I've just sort of bimbling along. It's really nice. I didn't feel like I needed to do 60, to be honest.
In fairness, you don't want to do 60 on this road anyway. It's very bumpy, very twisty. And very high hedges, you can't really see what's coming.
No.
We're not out for a blat, are we? We're just out for a bimble.
No, we're not out for a race. Tell you one thing about the summer though, is the bloody bugs that hit your helmet all the time. Some of them are quite big, and when they hit, they don't half make a noise. Oh, I don't know why I've started leaving it on quite a bit. I suppose I've got so used to doing it in a way, and then all of a sudden I've sort of forgotten about it.
I've only seen you do it once today.
Well, I'm thinking about it again, but I think when I'm out on my own, every so often I look down and go, oh, I haven't put my indicator off. Which is not great.
No, it's a safety thing really, isn't it? Because you don't want somebody to think you're turning into a junction and then pull out in front of you, and then you're busy going, whoa, you just pulled out in front of me, but perhaps unsurprisingly if you've been indicating somewhere else.
No idea where this road goes.
I should go for Bimble. So you're still thinking about filming some of your commute?
Yes, I am. Right or left, right or left?
Whenever you want.
Corby, inwards. Ooh. Totally distracted. Oh, I know where we are.
Squirrel.
Totally in the wrong gear there. Totally in the wrong gear. Never mind. Too busy talking. I can see you.
See, this is something that you wouldn't have been doing before. It's just, you know, getting down and sitting at 60. You're so much more confident just to sort of get yourself up to speed, and away you go.
Oh yeah. Well, I think it's just because I'm doing it every single day. It just makes a real difference. And I really want to go on my bike to work. I was really miffed when you took the keys.
I didn't do it on purpose.
I know you didn't. But I was miffed because it was a sunny day and I wanted to be out on my bike.
I know. You made sure I knew you were miffed. You do have a set of spare keys.
Wherever they are.
But you didn't look for them, did you?
I don't know where they are. Tell you something I've started doing more of, and it was something I commented on, I think, on my last video. Well, it might not have been my last video, it might have just been when I was out with you, Chris. But I seem to be working with my brakes better. So I think I'd almost not been using my front brake at all, and I'm now sort of, especially at speed, which is what I should be doing, using my front brake more. I know. I think that's where my head is at. I think it's pointless looking at them when I know I'm not actually going to get one anytime soon. And I don't mind that. I'm not worried about that. I don't feel like I have to. I think there's this sort of attitude, I'm gonna go down here, that you should have, you know, big bikes all the time.
It's not an attitude to have big bikes. I think it's just an attitude, or an aspiration rather, that most people who do their, you know, most people who ride a bike want a reasonably sized bike. And so most people are keen to sit and pass the test and then, you know, get on a bigger bike. But that's not for everybody. Depends what you want to use your bike for. I think you will get a bigger bike. I think if money was no object, we'd just throw you at a direct access, didn't we? But,
oh yeah, absolutely.
But I don't know many people who money is no object for these days. I mean, it's a discretionary spend, isn't it? A direct access. It's not something you have to spend on.
No, and it's, you know, it's just not top of the priority list when it comes to paying bills. That's all.
And as it is, you've got a perfectly decent bike that does exactly what you want it to do, and takes you to work and back every day. So
exactly.
You know,
saving a fortune in fuel.
Well, the other thing is, it's £15.50 to do your MOD1, and another £15.50 to do your MOD2, and you could end up with a full A1 license for 31 quid, which is
Well, it's going to be more than that for me because I failed.
Yeah, but it's still a damn sight cheaper than six or £700
No, I know.
on a bike test. And the other thing is, you know, there's no urgency to buy another bike then. I think if you passed your big bike test, you'd probably be starting to think, ooh, well, quite fancy a big bike, and then...
Well, yeah, I'm sure I would
Yeah.
do. Where's the turning? Is this the turning
Yeah,
to go
it's
back
here.
down round again?
Yeah.
Thought it might be. I didn't want to end up going too fast and too far. Oh, that sun's warm. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's quite hazy today, but it is really warm. It's quite muggy.
Garden centre.
Stay away. It's not for you. You have enough plants.
There's never enough
No,
plants.
you don't need more plants.
My friend Judith tells me that.
Oh right, so it's all her fault, is it?
It's definitely Judith's fault. We both agree there's never enough plants.
I don't think Judith watches your channel, so I think we're fairly.
No, I don't think she
I
does.
think we're fairly safe enough to blame Judith.
I know, I think we can blame Judith. Definitely.
We'll soon find out if she does watch your channel.
I know. Yeah. Dodge the road holes. Tell you what, it's good for the old slalom practice, dodging the road holes, isn't it?
There's plenty of them around here as well.
Yeah, I know.
Tell you what, let's head back to J&S and just have a bimble round. Call it quits there.
Go and have a look.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this. I really like being out now.
What, you mean you didn't like it before?
Well, no. It's just...
It just gets better and better, doesn't it?
I think, I don't know what it is. It's just, I think, because I don't have to think about it anymore when I'm riding. And it's just, I now find it fun rather than, oh God, must remember to do this, must remember to do that.
That's how it should be, though.
Well, I know, but it doesn't feel that way when you first start riding.
Oh, when you first start riding, I suppose everybody's a little bit kind of nervous and try to remember what to do. And, you know, but you had quite an extended period of time when you weren't really riding very regularly.
No.
You know, and now you are riding regularly. You know, look how much further you've come in such a really
Yeah.
short space of time.
Yeah.
Because you're doing it day in, day out.
Yeah. Tell you what, definitely had a lot of things commit suicide on my helmet today.
I think that's the only thing you've decided, isn't it? You don't want a naked bike for your big bike.
No, definitely
You
not.
want something with a bit of wind protection.
Absolutely. Wind protection, hand warmers. All of the above.
And although Ruth's not talking about it, current front rudders are a Triumph Tiger 660 Sport and a Honda CB500X. Those are the current front runners.
Both of which are fabulous, but the Honda, is it slightly cheaper?
I think the Honda is a little bit cheaper. I think you need to wait till you get your test, ride them
Yeah.
both and see what you think.
Yeah, exactly.
Where are you going?
Ooh, there's a little dog.
Yeah, he's alright.
Oh no,
Can't see your indicator.
don't want to frighten him.
Oh, he's not
Yeah,
watching where
see
he's
what
going.
I mean?
Walk straight into the
Yeah.
hedge. We can go now. He's passed.
Oh, squirrel. Please don't die on me. What is it with animals?
Brings a whole new meaning to biker elf squirrel, doesn't it?
Dun, 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 dun. Alright folks, thanks very much for watching. It's been nice to be out again and have a chat with everybody, and yes, I will really endeavour to do a video about commuting, and the other thing I need to do is one about my next MOD1, so we'll see how we go. So folks, see you all again soon. Bye.